Hey guys, what is up? AwesomeTheSauce here. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the weirdest things that's ever happened in Wizard101. Yesterday, while I was streaming, I started getting a lot of people talking about something that they've added, which is apparently a warning system for saying certain words. Now, the specifics of this are not clear, but one word that seemed to pop up a lot is noob. Yes, you heard that right. When you call someone a noob, as in like, they're new at the game. So if I were to type out this word, essentially automatically there's a warning that's put on my account. And if y'all don't know, the warning system when it's automated is actually something that could be kind of awful, because sometimes people have warnings for past things, and if they stack up warnings, that actually means that they're gonna get muted. And that has a lot of people worried, because if you get muted, you can't PvP, you're actually barred from certain things, you can't communicate with people for team activity. The list absolutely goes on, which kind of begs a question of what in the world is happening. What is happening? Why can't you say noob in Wizard101? What's weird is that it's somewhat inconsistent, meaning if you typed the word like singularly, you might actually not get a warning, but if you call someone else a noob, you do get a warning, which makes me think it's not just a glitch with, like the automated filter reading the word and thinking you're being toxic. I think there's an actual thing that they added into the game to prevent people from being toxic. Now, here's the thing. I know a lot of people probably have a lot of opinions on this one, but even if you were on the side of KingZal on this one, as in you don't want people getting called noob, then clearly this word should completely be blacklisted. It should be completely in red so that if I do type it out, it just says ... It shouldn't even, I shouldn't be even able to type it. The number of people that say noob or newbie, very, very casually in Wizard101 and other video games, it's kind of wild. If you're really going to take a stance against it, not just a blacklist it, because otherwise it feels like you're almost tricked into getting banned or muted. It's kind of whack. But beyond that, it seems like it's inconsistent. So is it a problem with the word? Is it a problem with how you use it? And if they're going to be so, laser focused on a word like noob, what about all the other problematic things that are not yet blacklisted in Wizard101 chat? Why start with noob of all words? I actually have a feeling that this is a result of a lot of new wizards entering the spiral because of the promotion that they're doing for December. Because this was not happening before December, and as far as I know, I don't think there's been such a huge influx of new players in Wiz in any other point in recent past. I really, really don't. So maybe this is added as a way to protect people from feeling ostracized or being new to a game like this, which I don't know, maybe it makes sense. See, the part that I'm not understanding though is that if they're trying to protect kids from being bullied on Wizard101, they have a text chat and menu chat option for a reason. I literally didn't have open chat until I was 18. I'm not even joking. I didn't lie on my age thing. I was 18 when I had my open chat for the first time. And until then, I felt fairly protected when I played this game, even though I played for years, it didn't feel like anyone was attacking me in any way. So I think something even as simple as making that word, yellow, as in only people with open chat can see it, even that could protect children. But I feel like this is, because of the fact that they haven't made that approach, I almost feel like this is a way to protect older people, which is kind of weird. I feel like older people that play games, I don't know, I feel like they have at least a thick enough skin to realize that if someone calls you a noob, it's not the end of the world, and it's not like a statement on your character or anything. One thing I will say is I do think this community has a serious issue with elitism when it comes to people that play this game for a long time. I think it's very, very easy for someone who's played this game for 5 to 10 years to act like they're better than someone else because they're extremely good at PvP or they're extremely good at knowing how the game works. I definitely dealt with this a lot when I was starting to do PvP. Most of my content on YouTube is PvP, but when I was starting off, I didn't understand how it really worked, and honestly, I was just playing it my own way. I wasn't, using other people's deck setups. I wasn't using the meta gear. I wasn't doing any of that, because at that point in time, I was having fun the way I was playing. Now, sometimes I like actually having good gear and playing that way, but it's kind of weird, right? When there's a certain level of elitism about, I'm right because I played this game for a lot, and you're wrong because you're a noob, it is discouraging. I'm sure I'm as guilty of this as anybody, but I still don't think that this is the right way to tackle that. I think there needs to be more ways for people to interact with each other and reduce the necessity to even call someone a noob to begin with. What I think is even more concerning is that there are actual people, this is a normal thing, where you literally literally, there's terminology in this game that uses the word noob, and it's not even as an insult. When you fail Pip, a lot of people call it a noob Pip. If someone has a Stitch where it's literally just a novice gear, a lot of people call it a noob Stitch. Like, there are a lot of things where people call it noob something. Like, it's not like an insult. It's literally just a term that people have come up with, and that's a huge part of being a part of a community, right? It comes up with its own terms. So when you're talking about something as serious as a warning that can lead to a ban, as this image states, when, you know, when people got warnings, this is what they got emailed to them. When it's escalated to that level, I feel like it should be much, much cleaner how you deal with it than just having people accidentally get banned or muted. I think the huge elephant in the room, which I'm sure is a lot of people's reaction to whatever this new policy is, if it even is intended or not, it's the fact that this game has so many ways for you to literally harass people through the menu chat, as long as you're creative around the filter. The number of ways that you can disrespect someone on the basis of like their character, their identity, stuff that's actually serious, it's wild. And I'm not saying that it's Wizard101's fault for what people say, but I do think Wizard101 could do a lot better about what you're allowed to say through open chat. Like blacklisting LMAO and then not blacklisting LMAOO, like that's... Like, I'm just gonna say LMAOO. Not saying they need to do something about LMAOO, but if it's something more serious, it shouldn't be as simple as this to circumvent it. Because at the end of the day, people that are actually trying to, like, be harmful, it's not hard now, is it? I think they should focus a lot more of their energy to, like, you know, maybe they have, like, an automatic moderation system, but make it a lot cleaner and make it a lot, you know, crack it down a lot more on actually harmful words that a lot of people can universally agree is harmful. I would honestly love if they could use the opportunity where, you know, a lot of people are spotlighting on the chat filter in general to, like, actually make a statement saying that maybe this is just the first of many attempts that are, you know, a work in progress, where they can actually, like, you know, try to moderate actually hurtful and harmful speech in Wizard101. But this, as a starting point, is very obviously an overshoot, and I guess... I hope, you know, at the very least, you know, if you happen to type this word out a lot, I would avoid it until we have more clarity on the situation. I don't want people getting banned or muted for a harmless word. I can't believe this is their starting point, by the way, when it comes to moderating. Either way, I'd avoid the word. I hope the King's Out releases a statement on it. Maybe it's a full accident. I have no idea. But if it isn't an accident, it is something to talk about. As always, drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Leave a sub if you're new. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the specific word in question, I guess. But also, moderating chat in Wizard101 in general. Like, what is y'all's experience with it? As always, I'll see y'all soon. If somebody hasn't told you you're awesome today, they doing something wrong, so stay awesome. And yeah.